it would break it up. It is originally built on three parts, which is Barca, Libyas, or Fazan. So separation, it has got original, which it can go back to what it was more than 60 years ago, or 70 years. Secondly, Libya is not like Egypt. It is. It consists of tribes and clans. Is not societies with parties and so on. Is parties and clans. Everyone knows their area. Everyone knows their duties and obligations. Then this could cause civil war. We may get to the civil war, back to the civil war of 1936. Libya is not Tunisia and Egypt. Libya has got oil, which is united the whole of Libya, and this was one of the main reasons why Libya was united. We only have one source, which is the oil that all Libyans live on it. It is not in the east, not in the west, it's in the middle. All 5 million live on it. If we have separation, if we separate, who's going to feed us, who's going to give us, who's going to run these oil resources, who have the ability to run this and manage it in Beida? How are we going to divide this between us? Who's going to spend on our children and our food, drink, hospitals, schools? Do you expect, if we divide the country, and this is definitely a sedition. Okay, we'll agree to how to divide the petrol and oil for 2 or 3 months, but you're wrong. This is going to be a burning issue. This will be the cause for fights and trials and tribulations between all tribes, because it is in the middle of Libya and in the south, and it is in the desert, in an area where it is not inhabited. Most people live in the west and north of Libya. So it's most of us live in the north of so Benghazi, there's got no oil. Barca has no oil. How are you going to eat? Brothers, what could happen in Libya is very dangerous. It's much bigger than the national unity and all these slogans that we use, that it is our nation and our mother. It is not about children will not go to school, will not go to universities. It is not that. We will not have even flour, will not have money, will not have banks. It's the same as what is happening in Beida, and we will then emigrate from Libya, because we will not be able to run and manage the petrol. It will take us 40 years to reorganize ourselves, because if anyone makes himself as an emir or a president, we're not Tunisia and Egypt. We're not Tunisia and we're not Egypt. Therefore, we are now facing a huge test and difficult test, and I'll have to be honest with you. We are all armed. Even the thugs and those who are unemployed and got nothing, they've got now tanks and guns. At this moment in time, tanks are driven about with actually in Benghazi with civilians. In Baida, you have machine guns right in the middle of the city. Many of the ammunition depots have been stolen. We have arms. The army has of course, arms, and these forces that wanted to destroy Libya does have arms. So everyone is armed, and therefore we can have 40 years of civil war, and Libya will have no education, no health, no food, no future, and no food. In addition, now you have companies in Libya. There are 200 billion worth of projects. This will go astray. No one would come to Libya and do any business or investment in Libya. 55,000 housing units, hospitals would not be working. Remember what I'm saying very well. And therefore, today we are at a crossroads and before a historic decision to make. Either we agree today and we say we are Libyan, this is our country, we want to reform, and we want freedom, and we want the democracy, and we want to real reforms, and this is what we had originally agreed on. And now we demand as final decision that everyone gives up their now every one of the 5 millions will have arms. We are tribes and clans. If we all have arms, then we will not be crying over 84 deaths. We will be crying over thousands of deaths. There would be rivers of blood all over Libya. You will be immigrating from Libya because the oil will stop being pumped, and the foreigners will leave Libya, and the oil companies will leave Libya, and they will have no oil in the country, and will have no money. We will not be able to find even piece of bread, just a piece of bread. Today in Al-Bayda, a piece of bread costs a dinar and a half. Tomorrow it would be 2 dinars. Then the bread would be as expensive as gold if we're not careful. And today I would ask you for the last time, before we go into the arms, and all of us as Libyans, if it goes out of control, like some people want to do this in Libya, and before we resort into arms, and then every Libyan would have to carry arms in order to defend himself, then blood will flow and will be shed. So tomorrow, let's go with an initiative, historic tomorrow, within 48 hours, within 3 days, within 6 hours. I wish just to have a general people's assembly with one clear agenda, that is to issue a number of laws that everyone agreed on, which is the law of information,